All right, today we're going to talk about how to solve quadratic inequalities. And so the easiest way to do this is to go ahead and graph these on your graphing calculator. So if you want to pause the video, get out your graphing calculator, type everything into y equals up here. So just x squared plus 6x minus 27. Don't worry about the greater than or equal to 0. If your calculator screen is weird, you can hit zoom 6 to get it back to its standard -10 to +10 window. This part will be cut off, you won't see this, but this is okay now. How do we know it crosses at the y-intercept of -27? Is because of our constant here, -27. So really all we have to do is graph this and look at the picture and see where these cross the x-axis. If you're unsure from the graph, you could factor this and find your answers that way, but we're not going to do that. And so where is this going to be greater than or above 0? So where it's above the x-axis is going to be these two pieces here. Now we need to write this, write our final answer as interval notation. And so what we're doing is we're saying, okay, where are all of my x values going to give me a y value that's greater than 0, or y values that are positive? And so all my x values from -infinity all the way until I get to this graph, until I get to -9, are going to be part of that solution. So we're going to write that. So we're going to say from -infinity to -9. Now we always do lowest comma highest. So lowest, -infinity, working all the way up to -9 is where this arrow goes up forever, and that's above our x-axis. Now we use a parenthesis always with -infinity or +infinity. But we look at this symbol, and if it's equal to, then we use a bracket. If it is not equal to, then we use a parenthesis. So because that's equal to, I'm going to make a bracket here, meaning it can equal -9 because that is equal to 0. When x is -9, y is 0. And it's allowed to be 0 and anything above it. Now we have a second piece here, so we're going to say union. So we're going to separate that with a u. And our second piece over here, we're looking for where is this again above the x-axis. So it's above starting at 3 all the way to +infinity. So we're going to say from 3 to +infinity. Remember, it's lowest comma highest. So lowest number, highest number. Again, infinity always uses a parenthesis. But 3, because it can equal 3, we're going to use a bracket here. So our final answer is all the x values that are going to make this true, where it's greater than 0, give us a y value larger or equal to 0, going to be from -infinity to -9, or from 3 to +infinity. We're going to do the same thing for number 2. So number 2, if you want to pause the video so you can type this in, we have a y-intercept of 21. If we factored this, we would get solutions at 3 and 7. And so here we have 3, and here we have 7. And so what we're trying to figure out is now, where is this graph going to be below or under or less than 0? So where is this less than the x-axis? So it's just this one piece right here that just dips below the x-axis. So that is all of our x values in between 3 and 7. And remember, it's lowest comma highest. So 3 comma 7. Now, am I going to use parentheses or brackets? So because this is not equal to, then I'm not going to use a bracket. I'm going to use a parenthesis for both. And in this case, we only have one piece, where in the first example, we had 2 pieces.